What's up, guys? Natharic here, bringing you guys something new today. My new series of top 10, so I hope you guys enjoy it. I also have some more Let's Plays coming up soon, so make sure to like and subscribe. Remember, guys, these top 10s are totally subjective, so if you guys didn't see something that you wanted me to put on the list, that's alright. You can just type to me in the comments below. Anyway, guys, let's do this. Number 10. Nagrand, the most peaceful zone in all of the World of Warcraft, by far. Between its amazing music and its floating islands with waterfalls, it's just one of my favorite zones. You know, back in Outland when I first came here, I was so it was so different, to all the zones we experienced in Classic. It had one of the biggest world PvP zones we had ever seen, called Hala, which was a whole town just for PvP. And there's a lot of new stuff we haven't seen before, like Oshigun, this huge, magnificent crystal. It had also other things, like in this next clip, where we have the Ring of Blood, a 5 quest storyline, which you would have to face these huge monsters, usually with a party of 3 or more. And in this clip, we see the Throne of Elements, which just looked amazing. And over there was the arena. Number 9. Stranglethorn is rated at number 9 for many reasons. It was an epic zone for Classic. It was also considered so huge that in Encoder they made it into 2 zones that are now Northern Stranglethorn and the Keeper Stranglethorn. Stranglethorn was home to many troll tribes and to tribal architecture. I'd also love that the jungles were so deep that you could get lost in them and feel immersed in the zone. Back in Classic, I tried to explore every nook and cranny. Here we see one of the largest waterfalls in the game, which was created back from the Sunderin Kata. Also home to the Guribashi Arena. Even though I don't come here a lot, I still really think this particular area is cool. Next up, Booty Bay, the pirate city, which just getting there was already awesome enough. When you had finally exited the cave, you were greeted by a huge coastal city, which I spent more time here than most of the other cities in Classic. It had changed a lot, and although it is not at its former glory as it was partially destroyed by a huge tidal wave, it is still really awesome. So is this statue. Number 8. Number 8, we have Hillsbrad, pretty much a fan favorite for many World of Warcraft fans. Here's an aerial view of the zone. Well, in the distance here, we can see the crater of Dalaran. A fun little addition which was added was the Plants vs. Zombies minigame. In Kata, Hillsbrad underwent one of the hugest changes. Whole quest lines changed, and the area just became very grim. The land itself started to die, when the undeads had killed off the remaining human resistance, settling in large numbers in the area to torture who remained. Hillsbrad also had a lot of history going back. Thornhold Keep, which was meant to imprison orcs after the Second War, such as the character Thrall. We also have the Great Thornhold Wall that separated the zones, and I think looks absolutely amazing for the time. South Shore had also been destroyed due to the undead invasion, which was honestly really disappointing to me, because I love South Shore. Town Mill used to also be much different, and was a player-made world PvP zone between South Shore and Town Mill. Back in Classic, as the distance of the 2 towns was short. And honestly, if it's still Hillsbrad Classic, guys, it would be higher on this list. Number 7. At number 7, we have the Barrens. This area means a lot to me. I've quested here on my main and on my olds countless times. The Barrens, like Stranglethorn, only used to be one zone, that is now separated into two zones. Northern Barrens for 10 to 20, and Southern Barrens for 30 to 35. From a huge cataclysmic divide that happened during Cataclysm when Deathwing came through. This town called the Crossroads that is coming up is considered one of the most known places in WoW for its PvP. In fact, if any of you got the class game when they sold them in CDs, they advertised this town on the inside of the box for PvP. Oh look, what a surprise. A battle is going on right now. Questing was decent, nothing special, but that's not why it's rated so high. It is home to one of my favorite dungeons, and some pretty good music. Number 6. At number 6, we have Oldham, Egypt. The zone is beautiful. It is my favorite zone in Kata, and the only zone I really liked out of this expansion. Oldham looks massive on a whole nother scale, with its Egyptian stylized statues and its waterfalls. If Blizzard always gets something right, is its art style. Kudos to them for doing a great job with the zone. It also had a great story with Indiana Jones aspects. I also remember spending many hours getting screenshots and checking out areas in the zone with the new archaeology profession. Just look at that waterfall. Wow. And look at those statues. Wow. And look at that waterfall and that rainbow. Wow. And look at this city. Wow. The music was atmospheric and they did some great work with environment, with the sand and the wind. Number 5. Durotar, the first zone I ever adventured through in the World of Warcraft. I still remember collecting cactus apples. Ah, what a quest. On the journey out, you are greeted with this huge gate and these amazing tribal villages. Hazel Hill, what a sight to behold. Can't believe it's been 10 years for me since I first stepped foot in this town. With this amazing orcish architecture. And now, heading through this chasm that I personally think is the coolest thing about the zone. Coming up, we have Ogrimmar, the orcish city, and the main city of the Horde. Number 4. At number 4, we have done Moreau, the dwarf and gnome starting zone that is a truly atmospheric zone, which made you think that you were adventuring through the mountains. The zone used to have some crazy weather that was removed, creating huge snowstorms that was easy to get lost in, but could be avoided for journeying to the local inn for a mug of ale. The music of the zone was also contributing to its atmosphere. What also made this zone great was that all the buildings was created out of the hills and mountains. And let's be honest, Iron Forge is huge. Number 3. Howling Fjord. The first time I ventured through, I felt a sense of dread that this continent would tear me apart. I was now in the Lich King's domain, but I had also felt mesmerized by its music and environment with its northern art style, a great experience. It was also one of the only areas that had northern lights at night. Great for getting screenshots, am I right? Questing in Howling Fjord was fun. It switched it up a lot. It never felt repetitive doing a quest. Right off the boat, they threw you into a battle on both sides. Well, things never looked like they were going well. Northrend had a lot of great music, but for me, the Howling Fjords had one of the greatest tracks. Number 2. At number 2, we have Owen Forest, a very lush zone with a great starting experience for new players, and what really brought many players into the World of Warcraft. Great music, great atmosphere, and a decent amount of difficulty that came with it. Also home to the friendly, famous, or notorious gold shell, depending what realm you're on. Moonguard, I'm looking at you. that had a very homey feel, that after a long day of questing was fun to hang around with your friends, to talk and duel. Seriously, what a peaceful zone. Till you greeting with this symphony as you pass into glorious Stormwind. Number one. Alright, guys, this was to be expected. If you have ever played WoW, you knew Grizzly Hills would be somewhere on this list. It has the best music in all of WoW. It has that camping feel that you only can get in a place like this. It brings a tear to my eye every time I come back. The kind of area that you can get lost in and forget about everything else. Guys, that's the end for my first episode of my top 10s. Remember to hit that like and subscribe button below.
Help me up.
Yo. You don't come up, don't come up.
Right there.
Oh, we're fucked.
I'm dead.
Oh, they all came. They all came.